WION podcast listeners, welcome. Today we're plunging into, well, a really significant development when it comes to understanding the beginnings of COVID-19.
That's right. We're looking at some fascinating information today that offers a completely different angle, a different perspective on how the pandemic might have started.
Different indeed. I mean, this new perspective suggests the initial outbreak.
Well,
Well, it might not have been where we initially thought.
uh-huh. It potentially points towards the United States as maybe a possible starting point.
And what's interesting is how it addresses that whole idea of, a lab incident in Wuhan.
Exactly. The argument being put forward is that maybe focusing just on Wuhan, it could be overlooking other possibilities, maybe even sort of deflecting attention.
So it's not just a suggestion, then. There's an actual call for a closer look on U.S. soil.
Yes, precisely.
Mm-hmm.
A call for a thorough investigation within the United States to really get to grips with the pandemic's origins.
Okay. And what's the basis for this? Is there evidence cited?
Well, they claim there's substantial evidence. The core idea is that SARS-CoV-2 might have emerged in the U.S. Earlier than officially claimed,
Earlier than Wuhan.
even before the main Wuhan outbreak, yes. That's the suggestion.
And this information, it also touches on the response, right? The early handling of the virus.
It does. It implicitly raises questions about the effectiveness of the early actions taken in the U.S. And even suggests the whole origin tracing might have become politicized.
Politicize and maybe scapegoating.
That's part of the narrative presented, yeah. And there's this claim that delays or indifference in the U.S. might have wasted valuable time.
Precious time that, according to this view, China had bought the world.
Right. Now, in terms of specifics,
Yeah.
what evidence are they actually pointing to?
Well, one thing mentioned is a CDC study. Apparently it found COVID-19 antibodies in U.S. blood samples.
Oh, yeah. When were those from?
Get this, between December 2019 and January 2020, across 9 states, I think it was.
Wow, December 2019. That is early.
It is. And not just a few samples, something like 106 out of over 7,000 tested.
No, there's more.
Yeah. There's also mention of an NIH analysis. This one apparently showed antibodies present across all 50 U.S. states by March 2020.
All 50 states by March. That indicates pretty widespread presence early on, doesn't it?
It certainly suggests that. Now, we should probably consider the timing of all this coming out.
Right. This perspective is emerging while there's still, a lot of scrutiny from U.S. intelligence agencies, particularly regarding the lab leak theory.
So it's landing right in the middle of that ongoing debate.
Absolutely. And it's important to remember, there are still different scientific theories out there. The zoonotic natural origin idea is still very much on the table alongside the lab leak possibility.
Definitely. It just adds another layer, really. This perspective, backed by those studies. It definitely makes you think again about those very early days.
It complicates the picture for sure. Really highlights how much we're still trying to piece together about the absolute beginning.
And a complex puzzle indeed. This new information really prompts significant questions about the start of the pandemic. Stay tuned for more such intriguing stories to come.